Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and once again it's Neetche bringing you another game, because there's nothing like stalking your friends with spectator mode. So right now, we have a game going on. We have the red side up here, blue side down here, everything normal. Now, it doesn't look like anybody's doing anything weird with the lanes. We have a Talon versus a Karthus mid, which, of course, going to give that to the AD assassin, Talon. Up lane, we have Riven versus Singed, which really can go either way. If Singed gets ahead, he just kind of walks through Riven, ignores her, gets lots of CS. And if Riven can get ahead of Singed, then Singed can't get close to the creeps, and Riven just smacks him really hard. In the jungle, we have Shyvana versus a Master Yi. Now, I'll be honest. I have yet to see a really good Master Yi jungle. I mean, his ganks aren't the best. He has Alpha Strike to get to somebody, but just red buff for slows. We'll see. Of course, the two mid laners, both very good. Karthus is insane late game. Talon is a great AD assassin. No problems there. Bottom lanes, we have Soraka Draven versus Ezreal Sona. Now, this is one where we have the amazing sustain of Soraka lane against the amazing poke of an Ezreal Sona. So early, I'm expecting this to go towards Ezreal Sona, and then later, once Soraka is able to really pump out the heals, for it to kind of move the other way and Draven to be able to survive. So you see everyone starting exactly where they usually would. Shyvana going for the red buff, Yi is going for his blue buff, nothing weird going out, no invades coming through, everything nice and normal. So he's getting a good bit of help with his blue here. And he's able to pick it up with about half health left. That's always good. Because remember, if you're going to go and do something for your jungler, see, Shyvana is very low. Which means she's going to burn through pots, and she might have trouble ganking afterwards. Because any reasonable jungler will be able to clear the jungle with only a little bit of help. But the good junglers, once they get a good leash, will be doing amazingly well, because they got a really good leash, and then they can come gank at level 4 once they clear. So, note for everybody leashing, give them a really good leash and really help them out. So up top lane here, we have, exactly as we expected, Riven going hard on Singed, Singed trying to just run around and get Riven down with the poison. And mid lane, we have Karthus pushed against Talon. Uh-oh, Riven might be in trouble now. Ghost blown from Singed. And Singed does not get it. But Riven started Dorn's Blade. Nope, and we missed first blood. Let's rewind for that real quick. Talon taking a couple too many hits, and Karthus just needs 2 of his layaways there. Kill him, there's half of one. Oh, the ignite. No layaways to actually getting him. So, here we go, let's speed back up. Ooh, dangerous in the top lane. Now, this is why you don't want to start Doran's Blade on Riven, because it does work well. And back to normal. Because Doran's Blade, as I was saying, does work well on Riven, but the problem is no sustain against a champion like Singed. And you really need that sustain. Oof. Riven is making it out alive, but right now the CS up top is 6-12 in favor of Singed early. Not so good. Riven already has to go back. Let's hope Riven picks up some health potions and we can go from there. Ying being caught out in his own jungle here. Getting exhausted. We have a bit of a graphical glitch, it looks like. And Shyvana is chasing deep. We do have another bot lane here. That is excellent from Ezreal and Sona that they actually remembered to follow Shyvana and actually go in. Because all they did is kind of followed around, did everything they needed to. Talon going in on Karthus here and showing why he's an AD assassin. If he can get another combo off, Karthus will be dead and will probably miss it, I'll be honest. Shyvana coming in here, Karthus with no flash. He just sits and takes it. Because he knows there's nothing he can do. Now, if Talon isn't smart, Talon's going to go down. Oh, good. It's always embarrassing to die to Karthus when there's no reason to. Because, I mean, coming back from the dead and killing somebody, shouldn't let that happen to you. In team fights, you can't really avoid it, but just 1-on-1s there, or 2-on-1s, always avoid Karthus coming back from the dead. A lot of damage going in on Sona here. It's always the power of Draven. Draven, I believe, has the highest single target damage of any AD carries sustained if he can catch those axes. If he doesn't catch them, not quite as good as Kog'Maw. But always scared to see a Draven go out. He can chase like nobody's business. This Draven is catching some of his axes, but probably going to be catching a few more. So Singed farming up quite well. Singed at 22 to 12 on Riven, and Riven got boots and no health potions. Down bottom we have Draven getting the kill on Sona, and going for a second kill, not quite getting it. Soraka picking it up on the back end though, so it works. Not the best, but it does work. Now whether or not he could have survived by running away after getting the kill on Sona, anybody's guess. So we have Singed slightly out of position here. Oh, excuse me, that was Yi. That was my bad. Yes, Yi coming with the gank. Riven was out of position and pushed very hard with no wards. And Riven should be able to get out of it. Riven has some good mobility, not as much as champions like Lee Sin, but still is a pain to hold down because she's got the stun, she's got the jump with the shield thing. Yeah, it's always annoying. And we have Karthus pushing against Talon. Because, of course, one of Talon's biggest problems is clearing waves and running out of mana. Up top here, we have a gank going down from Shyvana, and with a ward, they saw her going in, and so they're running away, and Shyvana is now wasting time. So, Shyvana's sitting here, and going to be doing absolutely nothing, because Singed knows exactly where they are. Once again, want to point out, cough cough, wards saving lives. Can't emphasize that enough. Wards are these amazing things you should buy tons of. All the time. Everybody. Okay, back to the bottom lane. Even though Draven was able to get that kill and the assist, Ezreal is up 33 to 24 in CS, which is a really nice little lead there, especially this early on. Now, neither ones are really CSing incredibly well, but still, getting that kind of lead is always nice. Now, they are diving through, and yeah, Riven deciding to give a kill to Karthus there by tanking the turret for a bunch of shots and getting nothing for it. And Shyvana in trouble as well, going really low, and might be able to make it out alive. Find out. Okay, blue team cannot see her. She should be able to get away. And down bottom, lots of poke going back and forth. So like I said, Ezreal, Sona both have amazing poke. But Soraka has sustain. That's kind of what she is. Sustain bot. She sits there, health battery. And Karthus is pushing very hard on the Talon. Now, I'm not thinking this is such a good idea. You have Talon and AD Assassin at level 6 already. Karthus is squishy. He'll always be squishy. He's Karthus. So him pushing against a Talon like that might not be the best idea. And we'll find out if it works for him later. So we have Yi coming bottom for a gank and has been seen by a ward. And there's the ping is going out to run away. And Yi should be getting absolutely nothing from this gank. Nope. Yi isn't level 6 and there's not really anything to go off of. So it'd be hard pressed to get in there anyway. A little bit of damage going out. Nothing that Sona can't sustain away. Here in the mid lane, we have Talon and Shyvana about to collapse on Karthus. And Karthus... maybe Karthus has a sixth sense here about this? Who knows? But Karthus just playing far back right when Shyvana comes in the area. So good on him. For whatever reason he went back. It's exactly what he needed to do. So we have Soraka going and harassing down. And Yi getting the nice gank off here. Will he be able to do anything with it though? He has no slows. And Shyvana's on the back end here. Ooh, nice crescendo. And it's not quite enough, or is it? We don't know. Come on, one more shot, one more shot, one more shot. Oh, look at that. So low. So incredibly low. So Shyvana almost getting out alive. And Yi diving Ezreal for the kill there. So, maybe not the best idea, but they went 1-for-1 off that. And then Shyvana is able to pick up a kill on the back end. So, all in all, kills being traded back and forth, and at the 10-minute mark, we're even 6-6 on kills, and only 300 gold difference. You have Karthus getting hit by Talon here, going incredibly low, and is out of mana and out of health too. Yi coming in. If Yi can get sight, this is a dead Talon. Oh, so close. There we go. And Yi picks up the kill there. But whether or not yield that response is something else entirely. Yi blowing his ult to try and run away. He should be able to get away. And yep, there he goes. He's away. And Karthus going against Shyvana with a red buff. This could be very, very bad. But Shyvana's running away. Okay, there we go. Shyvana going and poking a little bit, but they didn't go for the kill. I was quite surprised, assuming somebody would dive, because anything's possible. I should note that this is not exactly a high ELO game, so people deciding to do stupid decisions and dive in is quite possible. So let's take a quick look at the farm here. We have Singed at 46 and Riven to 55. So Riven gaining back what she lost and then some early on. Even though Riven did die, looks like Riven is surviving. Almost getting the kill on Singed, but flubbing that last bit there and missing the ultimate of the Wind Slash. Flashing in, Riven going balls deep again, Shyvana going in, Shyvana should pick up the kill here. Shyvana missing her AoE as well. Oh, that hurts. That really hurts. Singed surviving because both people missed their AoE ultimates. Or technically Shyvana wasn't her ultimate, but still, it was an AoE that she missed. Yi wanted to dive Riven here, and he got the kill. Oh, beautiful meditate there from Yi. Just a split second to get a little bit of health and get some armor, survives the shots from the minions, and then walks away like a boss. Well played by Yi right there. So, back to the bottom lane here, we have Ezreal and Sona forcing down on the Draven, taking some pot shots at the turret, but not doing an incredible amount of damage yet. Ezreal is working on his Bloodthirster, and should be able to finish that up when he goes back next. He's about 20 CS up on the Draven, and we'll see if that matters, because once he gets that Bloodthirster, he'll be able to put out a lot of damage. I'm not sure if Draven's going to be able to match that damage, but you never know. And we have Soraka and Karthus in the mid lane here. Soraka's just staying here, and that might not be enough to save Karthus. Nope, Karthus goes down. Should be able to get killed in the back end there. There we go. So Karthus getting a 1-for-1 on there. Soraka does pick up a kill, which shows the power of exhaust on support Soraka. Okay, I'm not saying it's a good idea. I'm saying it worked in this case. That Ignite picked him up a kill that they wouldn't otherwise have had. Yi going in bottom here, taking a lot of damage, but coming out alive. So in the mid lane here, as far as CS goes, it's important to note that Karthus is 69 CS to 37 of Talon. Talon has gone 0-3, while Karthus is 3-2. So Karthus going incredibly AP heavy build, going tier, then straight to the death cap. So he wants to put out a lot of damage, doesn't care if he has to die to do it. Which so far seems to be working pretty well for him. Up top we have Sin to 0-1, but still losing to Riven when it comes to CS. Riven doing an excellent job of keeping up there. And I wasn't honestly sure if Riven could do it. But anyway, here we go. Riven going back and forth, and a dragon being picked up by the red team. There's absolutely no blue wards on the map, except for up top, so they do not know this is happening. And there it goes. 1437, dragon goes down to the red team, completely uncontested. Blue team didn't even know what was going on. And with that, it's going to be almost 1 gold lead that the blue team has, so their lead is rapidly declining. Ezreal picking up the kill down bottom, and Yi picking on Talon in the mid lane. So poor Talon, is 0-4. So definitely going to hurt. Now, Singed went for the Swifty Boots, along with getting his Catalyst. Now, I'm just not a big fan of those. Okay, you're only getting a little bit more movement speed instead of getting, some tenacity, magic resist, cooldown reduction, something that I think is worth a lot more than just that little bit of speed. If you want more speed, there's other items to get. But then again, that's just my opinion. And you're not here to defend yours, so my opinion is right. Now, Karthus forcing down the mid lane. Since Talon has been dying a lot, Karthus just going to town. And I have Singed going up against Riven up top. Soraka here. Knight's down, and that's another kill for Soraka. And Karthus picking up a kill on Shyvana, being chased down by Talon. Talon should be able to get this. One more cooldown. Come on, Talon. Come on, Talon. Get the kill. Get the kill. Get the kill. Talon runs away. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Don't know what Talon's cooldowns were, but I think he could have chased and taken a couple turret shots to get a kill there. I mean, he's not exactly worth a whole lot of money now, so... But, Look, well, red team fighting back. Looks like they're going to push down mid turret here. Or not. They're just going to take some shots. Don't want to go up against the Soraka, who is 3-2-6. And they're going to try a siege here. Now, we did have the top turret go down, and Singed take that. So there's going to be some more money in the pockets, the blue team, giving them almost a 3,000 gold lead here at 16 minutes. It's not exactly an incredibly insurmountable lead, but 3,000 gold is enough to feel it when you come to a team fight. Yeah, V coming here, wanting to pick up a blue buff. And now from his items, we can see this is going to be an attack damage E. So he's not going to go for the AP E, which was recently nerfed, but the AD E. Now, I don't exactly know if AD E is good since the 3.01 patch with the Meditate change, but I think he's more powerful than he was before, because the base damage, or excuse me, the base heal for Meditate was raised, and the cooldown was lowered, along with the mana cost. So, pretty sure ADE is looking a little bit better now, but I'm not sure if I quite agree with an ADE pick. We'll find out here. Red team forcing down the turret here. He going for some damage. Shyvana hit really hard. Ah, Riven getting a kill there. Karthus should be able to get the kill there on Shyvana. Yep. And so we have Riven running from Karthus and Draven getting the kill on Riven. So that's definitely going to hurt. Karthus not going for the Death Cap first, instead going for the Archangel Staff for that mana regen. So that's something you see incredibly often, getting that Archangel Staff first, but if you're running very low on mana, not the worst idea in the world. It just means you're really squishy, which this Karthus, as we've said, is found as being squishy because it's working for him. 5-2-3, not so bad. And Karthus continuing to push down here. Ezreal jumping in, getting some harass down. And Sind's just sitting here. So the blue team is really pushing in hard. Almost a 4,000 gold lead now. And Shyvana might be in trouble. All depends who collapses more. It's a 3-on-3 here in the mid lane. Might be a 4-on-3. Sona coming in. Beautiful crescendo right across the two carries. Ezreal sitting in the middle of everything, taking some shots. Sona eventually going down. And Draven getting one last tower shot, and he goes down as well. And we got 2 more kills being picked up by Singed. That's really going to hurt. That is a 4-for-1 in favor of the blue team. So they just chased a little bit too hard and chased through Singed poison. Never chase through Singed poison. Ever. No, never chase him. Otherwise, this could happen. Oh, beautifully done combination by Riven to take out the Yi. He's going in through, the Broken Wing is getting on top, and the Ignite for just that last bit of damage. And of course, while this is happening, we have the Soraka coming in and backdooring it, pushing by herself, because every Soraka needs lots of CS. That's why this one has 34. It's an important note. So back up at the top lane, we have Riven going to do a push on top. Might be able to take it here. Well, not with Singed. Not a chance. Singed just going to run through everything. Trolololol. Singed has his Rod of Ages. He has the Warden's Mail. I think there's the part where Singed can just run through Riven. Singed at this point does not care about Riven. If she chases, just throw Riven over the shoulder and continue running through. Now we have red team pushing down bottom. Riven does have the red buff, so I'm not sure if they'll be able to catch her. We'll see here. Oh, the flip. Riven didn't get that stun off quite in time, and that's all she wrote. Now Talon taking some really hard damage from the Karthus here. And down bottom, we have Shyvana making some moves, and we have Ezreal going down, and the Sona coming across. Soraka heal going out, the other heal coming out. This will be dead Soraka. Question is, will Shyvana make it out alive? One more turret shot? No. So Shyvana stuck behind enemy lines here. Karthus missing the flash really hard, but Draven's here for the pickup. It should be a dead Shyvana. She should be dead. Should be dead. There's a flash. There's the last shot right there by Draven to pick up the kill. And Sona going deep onto Karthus. And Karthus going to press R and get the kill. Because remember, the hardest part about Karthus is just pressing that R button. So Karthus doing very well for himself. 6, 3, and 7 now with that full AP build. And happy to just sit back and farm. Even though his farm isn't the greatest. Only 117 right now. Once you get 6, 3, and 7 though, you're led to be down a few CS. So Singed running away from everybody. Like I said, he's just ignoring everything. This is at the point where Singed will just kind of go trollololol and run through an entire team, come out the other side, and leave everybody at half health. Ezreal barely getting away there. And Singed continuing through to CS. This is going to be very, very scary Singed later. I honestly think there's going to be a battle between the Shyvana and the Singed to see who can carry the better. Because right now, Shyvana doing pretty well for CS, getting pretty tanky in there. Singed getting some damage, and Draven getting some hurt from Riven, who ends up going through the poison and dies. But Ezreal getting the kill on Draven, that still leaves Singed, who is doing his usual, running away, leaving poison, and killing everybody who's chasing. So we have 4 members of the red team mid, and they're going for the Karthus. They saw him out. He sees them. Can Shyvana get any sort of damage here? Shyvana getting the damage, ultimating out. And Ezreal getting that kill on Karthus. Nice crescendo coming in, give him a kill. But that's not going to be enough, or is it? No, he is able to stay alive using the meditate once again. And it ends up as a 2-for-1 in favor of the red team. I think that's the first team fight they've really come out ahead on. So well played by them, almost getting the kill onto Master Yi while they're at it. But unfortunately, Master Yi just has that meditate and was able to get away with only a sliver of health. So everybody should be going back. Here we go. And we'll be buying, and let's see what they pick up. Rylai's Crystal Scepter being picked up on Soraka. Definitely not a classic support item, but it might be enough to slow down Singed when he keeps running in, or possibly Riven. We don't know, but it would slow everybody down, and it's going to make your Star Call that much more powerful. Though, of course, it is at the cost of picking up an Aegis and helping her entire team. Usually supports want to go for team-related items instead of personal-related items. So Riven wanting to go deep here, having to use Flash to get out of the Karthus wall. So it's always scary, but it did work. And Singed chasing down Sona here. Sona flashing away. Even though I'm not quite sure if she needed to do that, she did. So Sona gets away free. And we have Riven building. She's got the Brutalizer. Looks like she's going for Bloodthirster next. And the cooldown boots. Against Glacial Shroud, Warden's Mail, and Rat of Aegis on the Singed. That guy's going to be so tanky. So much armor, so much health. Not to mention his ultimate giving him health regeneration and ability power. He's just going to roll through everybody. And Ego on Ezreal, and Ezreal making it away just barely. So, we'll see here. This is not looking the best for the red team. We got a 5,000 gold lead in favor of the blue team at this point, which is not insurmountable, but is kind of significant. So we got the True Shot Barrage coming down from Ezreal, going across Singed, not doing a whole lot of damage. Shyvana going deep, wanting to get some damage done here, and paying for it really hard, as Riven wasn't able to do a whole lot. And double kill for Draven, as Talon gets confused as to what's happening, doesn't jump in, doesn't jump out, just kind of sits there and dies. So with that, the gold is extended, and they have a 5v3 to push down the mid turret here, and a Canyon Minion if they want to. And it looks like they're not going to go for it. And maybe they're going to push bottom. Bottom would be a very good choice right now because they're at the turret. So blue team's still sitting here, but we do have Ian Karthus here pushing down the bottom turret. And there we go. Lovely little split push there. Getting a free turret. And increasing their gold lead. This is not looking good. The red team has one more good team fight, I'd say, before things get completely out of control. Because right now, they theoretically could win a good team fight if they work on the positioning and the other team makes a small mistake. Still possible. But, Riven going in 1v4. Flashing out. And, oh, the auto attack from Karthus getting that last kill there. Talon was able to get the kill onto Karthus. Karthus using the ultimate here. That is Sona using the shot onto Draven, the crescendo there to get away. And Sona picking up the kill. Well, these supports are getting a lot of kills. 3-3-11 Soraka, 3-4-10 Sona. You do not want to mess with these supports at all. So, quick look at the CS. Singed has come out ahead of Riven now. Riven had a nice lead on CS. Now Singed has taken it back, and then some, and gotten the Frozen Heart. So Singed is going to be a pain to kill for anybody on the red team, because they all have AD damage. Riven, Shyvana, Talon, Ezreal, all physical damage. So, very good item choices by Singed. He's got the health, he's got the armor, he's got the cooldown. There's nothing more you could possibly want out of this. And so, Singed will be a big pain now. And Karthus finishing the Seraph's Embrace, so now he's got a shield, good mana regeneration, and he's got the death cap, so lots of damage coming out from Karthus now. And we have Shyvana coming down here trying to solo dragon. Singed sees Shyvana. What is going to happen? So, looks like Shyvana's being chased away. And Shyvana did not have smite, and the dragon was stolen by Singed. Now, I mean, as Shyvana, you should not be having dragon stolen by Singed. I'm sorry, but it's Singed. Singed does not steal dragons. He kind of sits there and goes, but doesn't steal the dragon. So, Shyvana screwing up a wee bit there, losing dragon, and looking at almost a 10,000 gold lead. So, yeah, at this point, it's the blue team's game to lose, and they really have to throw it before they actually don't win. So you see them sitting there, tanking turret shots all day. Though we do have Talon coming in, getting some good damage. Talon's going to do nothing to Singed. Singed has the Frozen Heart and a ton of health, almost 3,000 health. He hasn't even bought any other items yet, so definitely going to be scary. So we're approaching the 30-minute mark. Kills are at 31 to 20, with 40,000 gold to 38. So 9,000 gold lead. And let's take a look at where all this money is, because that's always important. We have almost 9,500 on Singed, almost the same amount on Master Yi, 11,000 on Karthus, 10,000 on Draven, and 7,000 on Soraka. So Soraka did pick up a couple kills there and a bunch of assists, so she's looking pretty nice. On the other side, we have 7,600 on Riven. We have almost the exact same amount on the Shyvana here, who's getting chased down by Yi, actually. Let's see what's going to happen with this. Yi does have the red buff. Yi is exhausted. Will Yi get one more shot here? Ooh, yeah, it's just a dead Shyvana right there. Completely collapsed on by 4 different members. We get back to look at the money. Almost 7,000 on Talon. Almost a 9,600 on Ezreal. And 7,500 on the Sona. Another team fight going down, a 3v3. Ezreal looking to be in trouble here. He's got some lifesteal, but is picked up by Draven. So we have Riven bouncing around here, trying to get something done, flashing out away from Karthus when she realizes she can't do anything. And it's Karthus chasing everybody down with his insane damage. And that's Talon not running away the right direction. I don't know what Talon wanted to do there, but I'm assuming suiciding was not what he had in mind. We'll call it a hunch. So I'm not estimating this game is going to last too much longer. We have an inhibitor down, over 10,000 gold lead. Yeah, just not a whole lot they can do. But let's not let it be said that you never give somebody a chance to screw up, because the blue team could quite easily screw up by being caught out. If you can get some 5s on 2s, I don't care how fed the 2 people are, they're gonna die. So we'll keep that in mind and hope that something happens fairly soon. We have Ezreal going for the Infinity Edge Bloodthirster build with no attack speed. This means Ezreal is planning on getting all of his damage done with his Mystic Shot and True Shot barrage. Attack speed doesn't mean anything. He's going to just be hitting really, really hard. It looks like he's going to build a Guardian Angels next too. So no attack speed coming out for Ezreal, while Draven is going for the classic Bloodthirster start into Phantom Dancer, and then picking up an Infinity Edge on the back end of that. Draven going to be doing a lot of damage right now. So Draven is basically up a Phantom Dancer on Ezreal. 12, 6, and 4 to 7, 7, 6. Yeah. Now red team able to collapse down here and just force through mid. Nice little siege going on. And they were able to get a turret. So even though blue team's ahead, apparently they're scared of engages. Or who knows. But Ezreal coming out a bit farther, losing half of his health and 2 shots from Draven. That's really going to hurt. Talon running out away here. Talon getting flipped by Singe, flashes out. And Singe is getting low. Ultimate from Soraka. And Singe just walks away. Just like any normal human being would do when they have people throwing flames at them and axes. Okay, maybe not. Alright, so let's take a look at what the supports are building. Now, as I pointed out earlier, we have Soraka with the Rylai's Crystal Scepter. This is a great AP item, no doubt about it. You do extra damage because it has the ability power, you get some nice health, and it has a beautiful passive that will slow anybody hit with magic damage. And Soraka can spam everybody around her with Star Call. So that can definitely be helpful to Soraka. And she's going for more ability power. So she does have the Ruby Sightstone, so she'll get some extra wards out of that. So it should be something, but just going for almost an AP Soraka build out of this. And not a real support. There's no Aegis, no Lockout of the Iron Solari. Just the Shurelya's and ability power. So we'll see if that works out. They are winning right now rather significantly. Whether or not they can keep it up, who knows? Looks like they're going in. Riven taking some shots there. Talon going down to Karthus. So that's 2 for 1 so far in favor of the blue team. Crescendo going down from Sona. And Sona eventually dying to Singed. And with that, that's 3 for 1 now. And nobody's on these turrets. So this can be really, really bad for the red team. This could just be the final push by the blue team. I mean, let's be honest. You got the turrets going down, a lot of damage coming down to Ezreal. Even though Ezreal does have the Guardian Angel, he's still pretty damnably squishy. Everybody dancing around. Soraka using her ultimate there to try and heal everybody up for the next fight. And they're just staying in here. You gotta force down the turret. That's the last thing they do. And the turret health right now is dead. There we go. No Nexus turrets whatsoever. That's the blue team cleaning up now. Even if they all die here, it's just cleanup duty at this point. No Nexus turrets. I'm sorry. You're not really going to come back from that. It takes an awful lot to come back, and Red Team really hasn't shown anything close to that. So instead of finishing off the Nexus, Blue Team is just trying to get as many kills as possible, because nothing says pro like a high kill-death ratio. There we go, Draven picking up another kill onto Sona, and focusing now onto Shyvana, not getting the slow off Shyvana, so Shyvana is able to go and heal. And that is going to be game. Blue team wins at 36 minutes, 19 seconds. The kill score of 42 to 24 and 62,000 gold to 47. So a strong victory coming out, just slowly getting a lead and then building and building upon it. And thanks for watching. Once again, my name is Neetche. We'll be bringing you more games in the future.